Coming up on today's show, following more fires, GM announces a complete and total recall of every single Bolt EV and Bolt EUV ever made. Tesla holds its AI Day and showcases some truly amazing things, and some truly bizarre ones, and Indian company Ola reveals electric scooters that have the potential on paper to make a big impact on the way people travel across the nation. These stories and more coming next. Welcome back to another episode of TN, Transport Evolved News. Pull up a chair, grab your favourite beverage and join me for 20 minutes of EV News Roundup. This show is sponsored by the Electric Auto Association. Stick around until the end of the show to find out how joining the EAA can help you finance your own clean energy or transportation purchase. Today's show is also sponsored by the Chicago Chesed Fund's 7th annual Tesla raffle. Watch until the end to find out how to enter and how to get $25 off 2 tickets. We were going to start today's show with Tesla's AI Day, but just as we were getting ready to film, General Motors announced a total recall of every single Chevrolet Bolt EV and Chevrolet Bolt EUV made to date, after a 2020 Bolt EV, one which supposedly did not have the previously assumed faulty battery pack in it, caught fire mid-week. This shock announcement, made late on Friday, comes hot on the heels of the confirmation earlier this week that GM would be recalling every 2017 through 2019 Bolt EV involved in the original recall to replace every single battery module in every car's battery pack. This amounts to hours of work, and now with the new recall on top, well, it's very bad news for GM indeed. We'll try and do a video update on this very soon. In happier news, this Thursday saw Tesla hold its AI Day, an event at which Tesla showcased its current technological accomplishments in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning. During the event, we learned about Tesla's current AI stack and were given the lowdown on Tesla's Project Dojo, its compute node, D1 chip, and compute tile, the technology that lies at the heart of Tesla's brand new Exapod, a computer system so powerful it can execute 1.1 exaflops of operations per second. And then we saw Elon Musk's and finally style reveal of the Tesla Bot, a future humanoid robot that he said Tesla will have a functional prototype of next year, which, on Elon time, could be a whole lot further into the future. To promote it, Tesla had a dancer come on stage in what amounted to a morph suit with a fancy hood. Distraction, it seems, is well and truly alive at Tesla, as well as robots taking all of our jobs. We did a 25-minute breakdown should you want to watch it after this video, but until then, welcome robot overlords. With more electric vehicles coming to market than ever before, demand for electric vehicle-grade battery packs is at its highest point in history. SNE Research says the battery cell market totaled 105 gigawatt-hours in the first half of this year, up 163% year-on-year. Chinese firm CATL accounted for 6.6 gigawatt-hours of that production, equivalent to 27.8% of the H1 total battery share. LG Energy was second with 6.3 gigawatt-hours, a bit of bad news considering the fires its batteries have been involved with lately, and Tesla's battery partner Panasonic was in third place with 4 gigawatt-hours. That's a lot of cells. As more of the auto industry turns to electric vehicle production, there's been increased emphasis on low and net zero emission supply chains and the production practices thereof, since the majority of an EV's emissions occur during its production. One way to tackle that is to use green steel that's been produced using no fossil fuels, and Swedish specialists SAAB, LKAB and Vattenfall have just celebrated shipping the first batch of green steel to Volvo for use in its future electric vehicles. Unlike traditional steel-making processes which use coal or gas-powered fires that heat the iron used to make the steel, this process uses net zero-emission hydrogen furnaces. Sadly, I can't tell you where the hydrogen is generated from because I don't know. And yes, just from last week's show, we are looking into making that video on the Blue Hydrogen Report. It's becoming a well-known fact that building and operating a wind farm or massive solar array is far more affordable to an energy company than trying to keep a coal power station running. That's quite an achievement and shows great things lie ahead for our electrical grid mix of the future. But now renewable energy has a new feather in its metaphorical cap: the fact that last year global renewable power generation surpassed nuclear power generation, with nuclear power falling out of fashion and many older 60s era plants now out of commission. Approximately 2.75 kiloterawatt hours was generated by nuclear last year, while renewables, excluding hydropower, totaled more than 3.25 kiloterawatt hours. The grid just keeps getting greener and greener. We've been paying close attention to plug-in vehicle sales around the world this year, with a few models, namely the Tesla Model 3, Model Y and Ford Mustang Mach-E, as well as the Volkswagen ID.3 and of course Hongguang Mini EV, all enjoying the top of the charts. But during July, an unexpected EV topped Germany's sales charts: the Volkswagen e-Up, a car which is technically no longer available to buy. Thanks to incredible back orders for the small city car, the e-Up and its sibling, the Skoda Citigo, have enjoyed large sales volumes in recent months, with a total of 2,556 e-Ups getting registered in Germany in July. Interestingly, not a single Tesla model made the top 20 EVs in Germany's sale chart, partly because of price limits on which EVs attract government incentives. Tesla and its Autopilot system officially became the target of an official US National Highway Traffic Safety Administration investigation this week, when the government agency announced it was looking into 11 Autopilot suspected collisions with emergency vehicles. NHTSA says that Autopilot was active in each collision and will investigate all Teslas equipped with Autopilot, though it isn't clear how relevant this investigation will or won't be, as Autopilot is undergoing major changes as Tesla phases out the use of radar in its cars. At the same time, two Democratic senators, Richard Blumenthal and Ed Merkley, are calling on the FTC to investigate Tesla's previous claims on full self-driving and autopilot, stating that they fear Tesla's system is not as mature and as reliable as Tesla has represented to the public. They want the FTC to investigate the veracity of Tesla's previous advertising. Watch this space. We've become increasingly suspicious of some of the claims being made by electric pickup truck company Lordstown Motors, especially after its founder and CEO left earlier this year at the same time its former CFO left. Earlier this week, the company's interim executive CEO announced that the company has successfully completed its pre-production process, with the plant, quote, production ready to start endurance EV production soon. The company's stamping, assembly, body and paint shops are all supposedly complete, as is the first battery production line. The motor line, however, is still being installed, and Lordstown says the first trucks will enter into production in Q4 this year. But full deliveries, well, don't expect them until Q2 next year, it says. And now it's time for short shorts. Audi has officially announced a new performance variant of its e-tron SUV, the e-tron S for the US. It's been available elsewhere, but with a 3-motor configuration and 95 kWh battery pack, Audi says it will do the 0 to 60 mph sprint in 4.3 seconds. In China, the driver of a NIO ES8 using the car's Navigate on Pilot driver assistance system was killed in a collision. The tragedy comes as NIO faces tough questions after testing from a Chinese media organization found NIO's automatic braking systems to be inadequate while testing a different model. Hydrogen fuel cell truck startup Hyzon Motors has begun delivering vehicles to European customers. Hyzon says it's on track to deliver 85 trucks this year, with vehicles being built at its headquarters in the Netherlands. EV startup Canoo is ramping up both its workforce and investment as it prepares to start construction of a facility to produce its pickups and delivery vehicles in Oklahoma. But without a battery supplier lined up yet, Canoo still has a really long way to go. The Institute of the Motor Industry is calling on the UK government to invest £15 million in training programmes to certify mechanics to work on electric vehicles. It says only 6.5% of the UK auto workforce is currently EV certified. Kia is adding a plug-in hybrid Sorento SUV to its lineup for 2022. The company claims that the car's 32 miles of manufacturer-estimated battery-only range is the best of any 3-row plug-in hybrid, and while we love seeing plug-in cars, that range is pretty sad. On the heels of some stunning victories, Mercedes has announced it will withdraw from competing in the Formula E racing season at the end of Season 8 in 2022, though the company has expressed interest in selling the team to new owners. As its economy bounces back from COVID-19, Germany's emissions have risen dramatically over the last year. The rise sets back the country's goal of reducing its carbon output to 40% of its 1990 levels. Shipping titan Maserk has announced that it has a partner to produce green e-methanol for its upcoming first planned carbon-neutral cargo vessel. The company says the e-fuel will be produced using renewable energy and biogenic CO2. Alfa Motors says it plans to officially launch its Alfa Wolf pickup truck at the Peterson Automotive Museum in LA next week. We like the look of the truck, but the company's behaviour hasn't filled us with confidence so far, so watch this space. The Norwegian government is looking at a law that would require public authorities to only buy electric vehicles from this point onwards. Exceptions are made for buses running on biogas and cargo vehicles with travel needs in excess of the limits of BEVs. Police in the German state of Lower Saxony have ordered 215 Volkswagen ID.3 electric hatchbacks to serve as police and emergency vehicles. We've seen elsewhere that electric police cars can save a lot of money from the public budget. Highways England has taken steps to make use of lower carbon warm mixed asphalt for road surfaces and standard practice. Fully switching to WMA from the old-fashioned stuff could save the equivalent of 300 million car miles worth of carbon emissions per year. The Postal Service in Norway has announced the opening of its first 100% zero-emission postal delivery depot in Oslo. At the same time, 90 new electric vans have been ordered to allow zero-emission delivery within Ring 2 to any customer. Hyundai's luxury division Genesis has unveiled its first vehicle built on the Hyundai Kia e-GMP electric vehicle platform. The press release for the GV60 luxury SUV is big on aesthetics and light on technical details, so when we hear more, we'll let you know. Mumbai has gotten its first of what the government ministers say will be many electric vehicle charging stations. For now, the station, which has 4 DC quick charging connectors and 3 AC charging connectors, is a great start. Despite being the second largest two-wheeler company in the nation, Honda Motorcycle and Scooter India is the only manufacturer in the market without plans for an electric model, raising concerns in India over competition from rival brands. The future is now in Norway, where this year pure internal combustion engine vehicles represented only 10% of auto sales. Pure battery electric cars now make up nearly 60% of sales figures, with hybrids and plug-in hybrids accounting for the rest. Battery startup Ample, which hopes to bring battery swap stations to the mainstream in markets outside of China, has raised $140 million in its latest funding round. A pilot project in Kansas City, Missouri will install level 2 charging connectors on street lamps to facilitate EV owners who use on-street parking, such as apartment residents or people who work in the area. Tata Motors has unveiled the second of its e-tron-powered electric vehicles, a new, more powerful EV variant of the Tigor EV sedan. The new Tigor joins the best-selling Tata Nexon EV in the company's e-tron-powered lineup. The Rivian R1T electric pickup's innovative gear tunnel storage system is one that's been talked about a lot, and now there's a bit more to talk about, with the news that the gear tunnel will be accessible from within the cabin. That's pretty neat. Reservation holders for the Dream Edition of the upcoming Lucid Air luxury electric sedan have begun receiving emails asking them to confirm their orders. There's still no word on a delivery date, but hopefully this means Lucid's delays are coming to an end. The UK government has given BMW the equivalent of $36 million in funding towards research on battery technology capable of ranges similar to those of internal combustion cars at a competitive price point. The first American-built Volkswagen ID.4 pre-production units have rolled off the assembly line at Volkswagen's Chattanooga, Tennessee facility. While the ID.4 has been available in the US for some time, those units have been produced in Germany. Tesla is entering the Japanese energy market with a 6 megawatt-hours energy storage facility that should begin operation in 2022. We've seen Tesla deploy larger systems elsewhere, so this could lead to bigger projects down the road. Honda is releasing a new bargain-priced electric scooter for the Chinese market, designed to fit with electric bicycle standards, and a top speed of just 25 kilometers per hour will cost the equivalent of less than $500. V Motors Super Soco CPS Maxi scooter is coming to North America at last, thanks to a Canadian market launch. The scooter is designed to compete with 125cc combustion scooters and offers an attractive range of features and specifications. Autonomous vehicle technology company Aurora has publicly shared its safety case framework and methodology by which the company assesses the safety of its technology under various conditions. It's a significant move in terms of transparency. And those are your shorts. There will be more next week. But before we get back to our final two stories, a note from one of our sponsors. How would you like to win a Tesla of your choice or $50,000 in cash? Well, if you're a US resident, now's your chance, thanks to the 7th annual Chicago Chesed Fund Tesla raffle. The charity offers more than 80 programs to help Chicago families survive tough times, deal with medical bills, fund education, start a family, get back on their feet, and train for new careers, to name just a few. And its 44,000 square foot warehouse has helped more than 2,400 families alone in the last year. To support this charity, its annual Tesla raffle gives you a chance to win a Tesla Model S, 3, X, Y, or Cybertruck, or indeed $50,000 cash, with each ticket costing $100. But as with previous years, we've teamed up with the raffle to offer you a $25 discount off the price of 2 tickets, allowing you to buy 2 tickets for $175 instead of $200. To enter and for more information, head to ccfraffle.com and enter Transport Evolved at the checkout. There are limited numbers of tickets available, and the draw is taking place this coming Thursday. That's August 26, 2021. So if you want to take part, time is most definitely running out. At the tail end of his administration, just before he left the White House, President Trump issued an order to further delay a 2016 regulation that was intended to double penalties for automakers failing to meet US corporate average fuel economy targets, a target that he had tried multiple times to completely eradicate. Now, the US National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is considering reinstating that rule and original fines for companies failing to meet emissions targets from the 2019 model year onwards. If it goes ahead, the new fines could severely penalise companies that failed to meet CAFE targets. While most automakers had appealed for the feds not to change the rules back again, Tesla urged the US Appeals Court to bring back the Obama-era fines. And finally, we have been paying close attention to the growth of the electric two-wheeler market for a number of years, and one brand that's captured our attention plenty of times is Indian company Ola. And this week it finally launched its smart scooters for the world to see. The entry-level S1 scooter offers a claimed top speed of 90 kilometers per hour, 56 miles per hour, with up to 121 kilometers, 75 miles of claimed range, while the more powerful S1 Pro claims a 115 km per hour, 71 miles per hour top speed, and 181 kilometers, 112 miles city range. Bear in mind those range figures are for urban rather than suburban routes, but it's still very impressive, especially when you consider the starting price for the S1, which is the equivalent of $1,350. Now that's affordable. And on that note, we are done for the day. But before I go, I want to thank the Electric Auto Association for sponsoring today's show. They have been advocating for electric vehicles since 1967 and firmly believe that our future depends on us making the switch to clean, green electric cars today. The EAA can help you find someone near to you that can help you make the switch to electric. It can help you become an EV educator and point you in the direction of monthly meetups for like-minded EV fans. And if you become a member, you'll gain access to a new clean energy and EV loan program set up between the EAA and the Colorado Clean Energy Credit Union. You can find out more by heading to electricauto.org. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the bell, and doing the same to our 2 other channels as well. That's Transport Evolved Take 2 and Transport Evolved Shorts. We would love it if you'd support us through Patreon or Ko-fi if you're so inclined, and don't forget that you can buy your very own TE swag at our Redbubble store. The link is below. And don't forget to drop by our free-to-join Discord chat room. I or someone else from the team will be back soon with more video goodness, but until then, thanks for joining me, and as always, keep evolving!